Hey beautiful people, so I figured we've already done a first impressions with the Blush Tribe Pastel Tribe palette, so I thought it could be fun to do a one palette, 3 looks. So if you've noticed, I already have foundation, concealer, and a hell of a lot of setting powder and my brows done. So I'm just going to see what I can do with this to make the first look. So let's just hop straight in there. So we have all of these lovely fun pastel colours. So I mean, I haven't really thought much about what it is that I'm going to do, but I'm going to take the E33 Detail Diffused Crease, and I'm going to go in, oh yes, I already know what I'm going in with, the shade Gale. It's this gorgeous sort of a purple, so I'm excited about that. Let's just head into it. I have my hair up today. Usually I have it down, but I figured let's do something a bit different. So I'm just going to take that purple shade Gale and put it into the crease. Just packing it in there. Because these brushes are great for packing in your colour but also blending them. And it's funny because I don't usually use a pastel palette by itself. I'll usually use it with a deeper palette to kind of deepen out the look. So this is very much like a challenge for me. But I mean, you know, if you buy these palettes, you should be using them. But it's hard. I would usually, when I'm using eyeshadow, use several different eyeshadows or eyeshadow palettes together. But sure, I think this makes it a little bit more interesting. You know, why not? So I'm just doing those circular motions, trying to blend it out a bit. It seems to be blending pretty well. There's no patchiness that I could see. You may see something different. If so, please do let me know. Yeah, it's blending quite nicely. I might put in a little bit more colour just to give it extra oomph. I think that looks nice. I'm going to take the shade Marcy, which is a sort of a more pinky colour, and I'm going to take that again on the E33, the Detail Diffuse Crease, and I'm just going to put it just above the shade that I've just put into my, well, it's not in my crease, but it's blended above, because I want to put the two together and kind of soften it out a little bit. That's my general plan. As to whether or not it goes like that, who knows. Yeah, it's kind of giving it a more a warm sort of a look, I think. Yeah, that looks nice, I think, and that's blending like a dream. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so I've that much done. I'm thinking, oh god, sorry, I was like, oh my god, I've got to sneeze and it's going to be gross. Yeah, there we go. I am going to take the Precision Firm Blender. It is the E42. It's nice and, oh, well, granted now I kicked up a bit of powder there, but that's because I'm gross and haven't cleaned them in a week. I do need to clean them again. I feel like I'm constantly cleaning my brushes, but look, could be worse. I am going to take, oh yeah, I'm going to take the shade Caitlin, which is this beautiful yellow, and I'm going to put it onto the lid because, you know, why not? And it's a nice kind of a matte yellow. Don't know, God, don't hold up the mirror. Don't know if you can see it properly, but I think it looks nice. I'm just going to pat that onto the lid. Look, see, look at that. It's turning up straight away. Remember the issue I had with the Layla too? And how tricky it was to get anything on there? Not the case with this palette, which makes me so happy. Because I would have been so sad if the two palettes were, I don't want to say duds, but did not meet my expectation. Look at that, like packing it on, and it gives you beautiful colour. And look, yeah, no fallout. I had so much fallout with the Layla too. It was, I don't want to say upsetting because it's like that. You can't complain about something like that. It is not the be all and end all. It's like, God, Teresa, we have bigger problems in society than fallout from an eyeshadow palette. But I always appreciate it. There we go. I think that is lovely. That pleases me. And then I'm going to find another brush because you know how I feel about my Sigmas. Oh no, I don't want a medium angle shading. I want, come here to me. Yes, I want my taper blending, my E40. This is my Messiah. So I am going to go into the shade Dana, which is this lovely blue. It's got to be a weird looking eye look, but I mean, I was never going to go for normal, was I? And I'm just going to pack it on here on the outside. Pack, pack, pack. Blending is going to be key here. This is why I'm doing this. I want to see how these blend together. Or are they just going to colour block really awkwardly? There is method to my madness. This is me trying to see how oh look, you can see there how well that has blended. That has merged to form another sort of a purple. And with very, very little work from me. So I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. Look at that. Yeah. That's good. And, you know, when in doubt, always bring it under the lash line. That's what I like to do. And I'm just going to blend it with the kind of yellow. Do you see how it's making a green? Oh, but yeah, this is blending beautifully. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm here for this. Oh God. I mean, look at that. I had to do so little work there in terms of blending. And yeah, I mean, there are no words. I'm very, very happy with that. That is a unicorn's rainbow dream. I mean, it's just, I think it looks really cute. And this has been really very simple to work with. Because like I said, I mean, when I'm doing eye looks, it's not, I'm not qualified. I'm not a beautician. Obviously, I don't have those skills. I wish I did. But I'm just going in with a layperson's understanding of these things. And, you know, my general ethos is if I can use it, then anyone else should be able to use it as well. Sorry, just made the table shake, which made my camera shake. So that's where we're at. I want to take the shade Tanya, which is an orange. I know. You see, I'm just trying to test as many of the eyeshadows as I physically can, just to get an idea of what's going on. And I'm just using the E30 pencil, by the way, just in case you're wondering. I'm just kind of patting it under my under eye. It always goes a bit manic under my under eye, but I'm happier for it to go manic than to do nothing. I always like an under eye because I think it just kind of ties it all together. But you know, to each their own. So I think that's most, if not all of it done. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a cleaner blending brush because that is my life now. I have a Morphe M30, that's clean as a whistle. And I'm just going to kind of blend this a little bit more just to soften it. That is that. I am going to put on some eyeliner, some mascara, lashes, etc. And I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then just let you see what it looks like when I'm finished. So I'll see it back in, for me, 5 to 10 minutes, for you 2 or 3 seconds. See you in a bit. Hi lovely people, so I'm back. I put on lashes, I put on lipstick and highlighter. The lashes that I used were the Eyelure Enchanted Flower Ranger. I think they're on sale on in Boots at the moment. I think they're quite nice. I also put on a very blue eyeliner because, as I was saying earlier, I was like, oh, people say the blue and orange don't go together, and I basically sailed into that and went, I shall do the direct opposite and put them together. So this is what it looks like. I think it looks nice. I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but basically what I did then was I put on my, not foundation, I put on my bronzer and my blush, and that was all fine. And then I was like, I want to try the Ofra Cloud 9 highlighter, which was collabed with Nikki Tutorials, because I did that the last day for my job interview. And I remember that being quite intense, and it's like this fun pink, purpley, bluey unicorn thing. So I was like, great, this is fun, because I figured, well, bright eyeshadow look, in for a penny, in for a pound. And then from there I decided, well, I don't want to have a basic lip look with it. So I used, you know, standard lip liner. Sorry for the noise there, I was just picking things up. I used the Ofra lip liner in the shade Baby Doll. Then I used Colourpop's liquid lipstick in the shade Extra Toppings. And then I used an Urban Decay Special Effects Vice, sort of a lip topper. It doesn't say what shade it is, which is a bit strange. Like, there's no information on it. But I mean, that's what it looks like. And I think it looks really fun and a little bit extra, because I was like, well, why not? In for a penny, in for a pound. So that is look 1 with the Pastel Tribe palette. Looks 2 and 3 shortly to follow. See you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, so we're back for look number 2 with the Pastel Tribe palette by Blush Tribe. So let's just get straight on into it. I have my trusty little pot of brushes. I say little pot, I actually have more than this, because if you don't know by now that Teresa has a brush problem, then you probably haven't been watching that long, in which case, hello, my name is Teresa, and I have a problem when it comes to brushes. I've never met one that I can't say no to. Particularly if it's Sigma, then I just kind of seem to lose my tiny mind. Okay, so I'm going to use, this has seemed to have become a very fast favourite of mine. It's one of the new Sigma brushes. It's the E33 Detail Diffuse crease brush. It's nice and small, so it allows me to get that sort of accuracy and precision that I want. I'm just cleaning it through the, I think it's the Vera Moda. Yeah, the colour switch. It's so handy. If you don't have one of these, I recommend getting them. So I'm going to go into the shade Dana or Dana, depending upon your philosophical output or whatever viewpoint. Words are hard. So I'm going in with Dana with my E33, and I'm just going to put it up here just above the crease, and I'm just going to pack it on just on the outer, about third-ish. I'm happy with that, that looks okay. And now for the other side of the eye. And I think that looks quite nice. So I'm going to use the same brush again, so the E33, because, you know, why not? And I'm going to go into the shade Caitlin, which is this lovely yellow, pastel yellow. So I'm picking that up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the inner corner, but just above the crease. So again, patting it on. That looks nice, I think. And now for the other side. I think that looks nice, and it's blended really beautifully. What I'm going to do is just pick up a little bit of more of the shade Dana, which is the blue, and I'm just going to put a little bit more there and just blend it, and then have it meet the yellow. Take a bit of the yellow and put that on top and just swish, 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 swish. That looks nice, and I'm going to do the same with the other side. I think that the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shading brush, wherever that may be, because I have my big jar. So I have the E55 eye shading brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Dana, the blue again. I know, I'm for the blue today. And I'm going to put it on the inner corner. So I'm going to take the same brush again, so the E55, I'm cleaning it rather thoroughly there with the colour switch, you can see. Doesn't leave any residue, it is brilliant, best investment ever. Going back into the shade Caitlin, which is the yellow. I'm really gravitating towards these colours. This is a very simple eye look, why not? I'm going into the outer corner with these, so just packing it on. So I'm going to get a blending brush now, if I can find one. Are you there? Yes, an E25 blending brush. I know it looks stained, but look, it's been through the colour switch, so it's totally fine. And I'm going to pick up the Caitlin and the Dana, so that's the yellow and the blue. So I'm picking the two up, and just where the two meet there, I'm just going to swish them. Because that is the technical phrase, I believe, to swish. I'm going to now take, I have an E40, I think it's a tapered brush. It's in here somewhere, hiding. Is that you? No, that's an E38. Although, no, I want my E40. I will settle for nothing less today, because that's where I am at my life. This is definitely my E40. Yeah, there we go. It's a taper blending brush, so that's going to be really helpful for, I'm taking the shade Caitlin, so that's the nice yellow. I'm going on the outside again, just to blend, to see where the yellow and the blue meet there. And just really have these two meshed really nicely together. I think that looks okay-ish. What do I want to do next? Will I? Oh, I have an idea, but I think it could go terribly wrong. But will I do it anyways? Will I? Yeah, I'll do it anyways, sure, why not? It's only makeup, it doesn't have to be serious or perfect or anything along those lines. You just have to enjoy what you're doing. Now, the main question is, can I actually find the brush I'm looking for? Ha! I did. I found it. Okay, so this is the E15, which is the flat definer. Just going to clean through it again, because you know, why not? And I'm going to go into the shade Annika, which is a sort of a goldy colour. I know. I don't know what I'm doing either. This could all go horribly wrong. Look away now. It could all go horribly wrong. So I'm going, oh God, what am I doing? So I'm just going to tap that. Oh, okay. This might actually go okay. No, Teresa, don't say that, because it could all go horribly wrong. So I'm just going to put it on the... No, this is actually going okay. Oh. Well then. Okay, so I'm just going to pat it there and just along the curve of my eyeball. And just... Oh, that looks so pretty. I'm happy with that. That looks nice. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I'm really glad I took that chance. Let's see, how is that? Oh, Lord, it is softly, softly pressed. Look at that. Like, it's starting to really... Whew. I could go through that shade quite quickly. Oh, God. Please don't, because I like that shade. It's very nice. And I normally don't like a neutral shade, but with this look... Oh... That is nice. Sorry. I will one day remember that you are there. It's very softly pressed. Very softly pressed. But then it applies like a dream. So, you know, there we go. Oh. That is sickening. I love that. I think that's so pretty. Sorry, I'm very, very, very happy with that. That has come out really weird, like much nicer than I thought it would. Like I said, I don't sit down and think, oh, well, I'm going to go and do this with my eye look. Because like I said, I don't generally know what it is that I'm doing. I'm looking for my E30 pencil brush. It's in here somewhere. Oh, God, I need to give these a clean. I say that like all the time. I clean them every 2 weeks. I know, I should clean them every week. I'm tired and I'm busy and whatever. Stop. I'm going to go into the shade, I'm not sure how I pronounce this, Mimo or Mimo? Mimo? Who knows? It's this like kind of shimmery green shade. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm just going to put that under the eye. Under the eye. Of course, trying to get a shimmer and get it to pack down can be an issue. Wonder, should I get setting spray? Or no, it's going okay. I think I panicked too quickly. God, Teresa, like, chill out. Okay, so that is essentially look number 2. I'm gonna finish this off, mascara, lashes, liner, and put on the rest of my makeup, and I'll see you back in a little bit, okay? So I have finished the overall look. I put on some lashes, so that is the Eyelure Vegas Nail Shining Star. I think they look really nice, so I'm just going to take off the glasses so you can see it a bit better. I think the look kind of comes together quite well. I then finished off by using the Morphe Celebutant bronzer, so it looks like this. So I just kind of swish the two together and it seems to give a really nice sort of a look for my skin tone. I then decided I would use a ColourPop blusher. It is the Super Shock blusher in the shade Prenup. It's a really nice kind of a subtle pinky shade. It looks really nice on my skin tone. I then use the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Fire. I have really used that. You can kind of almost see I'm starting to hit pan on it, which I'm like, how does that even happen with my incredible makeup collection? I do think though I have a few things I want to kind of pan, so I might do like a project pan where I put a few little things in there. So anyways, moving on, I used the Lime Crime lip liner in the shade Fiona, along with the Urban Decay Vice Liquid lipsticks in the shade Firebird. So I think that all looks quite nice. So that is look number 2. Keep watching if you want to see look number 3. We're now on to makeup look number 3 using the Blush Tribe's Pastel Tribe palette. So again, that's just another quick look as to what the palette actually looks like. As per usual, I have no idea what it is that I'm actually going to do with this palette, but like, I mean, let's just go on the journey together and try and figure out what it is that I'm apparently going to do with this. So I'm currently going through my brushes to try and figure out exactly what it is that I want. I think I'm going to go in with the E44, the firm blender brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Tanya here, which is an orange. So I'm just going to pick that up onto the brush. Whoops. And glasses on the head, because that's the way I do it, and straight into the crease. So I'm just tapping it, packing it in to just try and build that colour, and then blending it out towards the edges. Again, no fallout, so far so good. I'm still sticking with the E44, and I'm going into the shade Sheridan, which is a sort of a corally pink. It's quite unusual. It's quite pretty. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to lay it over on top of the orange shade called Tanya. So just on top of it, try and smoosh them together, make them be friends. That looks nice, I think. So I think... Oh yeah, will I? Yeah, I'm going to go in with the shade Imrana, which is a sort of a yellow shade. But what sort of brush shall I use? Okay, I'm going to use the E55 eye shading. And I'm just cleaning it off using my Vera Moda colour switch. I'm going in with the shade Imrana, picking it up and just tapping it straight onto the lid. Yeah, that looks good so far. And then I'm going to take a taper blending brush, the E40, if I can find it. There we go, my trusty taper blending, and I'm going to go into the shade Gale, which is that sort of a purpley shade, and I'm going to put it onto the outer corner of the eye. So I'm just going to tap it first, just very, very lightly, just along the corner there, tapping, tapping, and now for the blending, just ever so slightly. And if you've watched me for a while, you know I'm bringing it down under the lash line. That's what I like to do. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And then I'm just going to go back into that shade Imrana with the E40, and I'm just going to put it on where the yellow and the purple sort of meet on the lid, just because I want to get them to blend a little bit more, and just kind of swish it back and forth very lightly. Yeah, that's nicer. There we go, nice and easy, nothing too wild. There we go, I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to take that gorgeous gold shade Onica, and I'm taking it on my finger because I am an animal, and I'm just going to put it onto the inner corner of my eye. See, I find with shimmers, the actual best way of putting them on is putting them on with a finger. That's just the best way of putting them on. You lose a certain amount of the pigmentation if you're putting them on a brush, I find. And then you're just having to use a load of setting spray to try and get it to come up. I'm like, why not use your finger? It's right there. But I suppose if you have, like, say, long fingernails or anything like that, then you're kind of a bit more around using your nails, because I know a few people who would have quite long fingernails, and it would be a little bit scary to put those near your eyelids, your eyeballs. I'm trying to find my E30 pencil brush. It's in here somewhere, hiding in plain sight. There you are. So I'm taking my E30 pencil brush and I'm going into the shade Sheridan, which is that corally pink that we put towards the top of the eye, and I'm just putting it in under the lash line. Okay, that's that. So I'm going to finish off the rest of my face, put on lashes, etc., and I will come back and let you see the final look, and then I'll give you my general thoughts on the palette. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye. So this is look number 3. I finished putting on my eyelashes. I used the Eyelure and Vegas Nay eyelashes in the style Shining Star. I think they look really nice. So I'm just going to take the glasses off so you can see a little bit better. I think the eye look came together. The shimmer does have a tendency to kind of move around, but that's nothing huge. In terms of what I used on the rest of my face, I used the Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow, the bronzer in this. So that's what I used there. I used the NARS Orgasm blush, which is, I mean, so well known at this point, and the Urban Decay 8-hour powder highlighter in Sin. What I do with this is I always make sure that I dampen it first. I don't know if you can see, but I've really got quite a little dent in that, so I may look towards panning that in the next while. I also used the lip liner Urban Decay in the shade 69, and I used what I think is super cute, the Dose of Colours collaboration with Disney in the shade Irreplaceable, so it gives this nice red. So that is the overall look. That is look number 3. So keep watching if you want to see my general thoughts and review of the Blush Tribe Pastel Tribe palette. So at this point, I think I've used every shade in the palette. Yeah, I definitely have. I've used Marcy, Gail, Kim, Sheridan, Tanya, Imrana, Caitlin, Annika, Mimo, Danielle, Nat and Dana. So I either used all of them in the One Palette 3 looks or in my first impressions video, which I will link either in the description box or you'll see a general suggestion tab for it. So what do I actually think of this? The palette is, I think, exceptional quality. It is what I would be used to in terms of Blush Tribe. The blending was so good. There was very little work to actually have to get things to go together very well. I was a little bit concerned because I thought pastel colours is going to be very difficult to make cohesive looks using just pastel colours. So part of the challenge for me was doing the One Palette 3 looks, but I still thought that I was able to make some really nice looks, in my opinion, without having to dip into anything else. I initially was a bit confused as to why the shade Annika, which is that kind of a coppery bronze, was included, because it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I have actually used it an awful lot now. It does kind of mesh really well with the rest of the colours. My only concern with that shade is that it is very buttery and breakable in the pan, so there is a certain amount of fallout, and then on the lid it does have a tendency to transfer quite quickly. It doesn't tend to stay in place very well. The palette, however, is mostly matte. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matte shades. The mattes blend really beautifully. The pigment is really good, very buildable. These shimmer shades here are also really nice. I found that I had no issue with applying them with either the brush or the finger, so I thought they were really good. Will I use this necessarily palette by itself? I think I kind of would. I initially thought I wasn't going to, that this would be maybe a palette to augment other palettes, that if you needed a more pastel shade, you know, as a transition or to soften out the edges of a deeper colour, I thought that was where this was going to come in. But I think it actually lends itself to being able to be a palette in its own right. It doesn't have to be a supplemental palette, if that makes sense. So I personally think it's a very good buy, because they're very up until now there were very few pastel palettes on the market. I am seeing there's a lot more coming out of late, but I do think that given the price, given the quality, this is definitely worth it. So if I was to give this a ranking out of 10, I would give this a 9. The only reason it is losing the 1 mark is due to the kind of slightly transfery nature of the shade Hanukkah, that it does have a tendency to kind of run around the eyeball a little bit. But in all, I don't think that is a major issue. So if this has caught your eye and you think you will use it a lot, I highly recommend it. It works beautifully. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, do you have this? What did you think of it? If you even have any tips on, you know, colours that go together, where to put them, that would be fabulous. I always appreciate that sort of thing. So that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.